Hello everyone. I am now walking home. It is something with 9 p.m. Just left the lab. Didn't stay because I had to do extremely much work. I think I could have left an hour earlier, but one of my colleagues was around and I like talking to her, so I thought I can take it slow. Yeah, and now I can do an evening walk, and I feel extremely positive, which is not a common thing for me. Usually, I'm more the overthinker, the pessimistic person. I don't think it's bad to be a pessimistic person, but this is just not myself that I'm used to. That I was like thinking, oh, let's record a video and upload your thoughts, and I was like, oh, damn, I'm feeling so positive. This is not me. What's happening? I still don't like the city. This will remain always how it is, I think. Just, I don't know. It's a border city, and I think border cities have something negative in it. I feel like people come here to work, especially because you get paid well, and they leave without having any responsibility for their environment. So yeah, it's like they're not connected to here, and maybe I think it's the overall sentiment that is a bit like this is a working place, and in the evening you go home and have your life in another country. Really difficult for me to really say what it is, and I cannot point a finger on, but this is the first time I felt in a city that way, and I'm still trying to figure it out. What do I not like about it? Sometimes I think it's the missing mountains, because I always had mountains around me. I grew up with mountains around me, and here it's just flat. I was just not sure if the ambulance is coming towards me or not. I think it's coming towards my side, but it doesn't have the alarm thingies on. Yeah. Now I saw it's a funny thing. Besides me not liking the city where I am, but I think actually the city is amazing in regard of opportunities. There are a lot of companies, but also I live like 15 minutes away from the airport. I could travel every weekend I want, because EasyJet sometimes has really good deals. And just for like 1-2 days, go out, experience something, come back, just discover at least Europe. But I had this talk with a friend once, like I met a guy from a startup, and he said to me to where he traveled and like how cool it is and all these things, and I was just thinking, traveling without a purpose, like of a job or some responsibility, seems a bit odd to me, because I just grew up in a society where you need to have a purpose to go to any place you're going and to do the things you want to do. Like you need to have a career focus or some kind of focus, like something you want to achieve, and going just for pleasure, it was never a thing. Hello. Oh. Yeah, go. Just like, I just want to say, traveling for pleasure is not something I am used to. Like I enjoyed, for example, going to conferences during my medical school years, because I knew like I am learning something, I'm doing something kind of good, or yeah, I just gain new experiences, can exchange myself with other students or other professionals about medicine. And I thought this gives me an additional value on my career, especially also that I'm at one point going to live or do. So this was always really, really important. Oh, this side looks a bit too darkish. Therefore, just going for the sake of pleasure seems to be so odd to me. What also seems to be so odd to me, people who don't like just show the inside of their flat. I never got this concept. I think it looks nice. It's interesting for me to observe. But yeah, do I really want to show the inside of my flat in my private home? I think that's really something cultural. Like in my culture or how I grew up, it was not a thing. Like you always had something to keep your privacy and not show the inside of your house. So this is a really odd concept for me. Even though I grew up to it, next to it, I never properly understood it. This person is smelling nice. Yes, so besides all things, I also don't get it how this camera thingy works, honestly. Because I would like to have it a bit brighter, but it doesn't work the way I want it. Now I think it's a bit better, because otherwise it's just darkness. Yeah. Don't have much to say. Also, just kind of started enjoying showing people around. And oh yeah, so yesterday I recorded one of these simple cooking thingies for the third time, I think, and uploaded it. And the next day I had like 50 something views, which is a lot for me. And it kind of gave me a feeling of, yeah, joy. And I was like, is this the kind of joy I really want to receive? Like, is it the number of viewers? Because for me, right now, I treat this as a project. As a project, just want to keep some parts of my life forever in a recording. At least my children, grandchildren have access to them. And because also that I have access to it, like in 10 years and 20 and 50, that I can look back and say, this was me, this is how I was thinking, and today I'm a different person, but I have a reference point to my opinions, because I just think sometimes it's really nice to understand how you change your own opinions or how you develop yourself in certain aspects. And therefore it just, I think if you can write it down, and if you can make a recording or an audio or whatever it is, do it. Because this now feels like, sometimes when I go to work, I feel like the work I do is a bit purposeless. Like there is no purpose behind it, because a lot of research projects are dead end. That's it. And there is a high chance that the thing I today work on will be just not followed up, and it will be just a dead project at one point. So for me then, I start to question, like, okay, this might be just a dead end project, and yeah, you could generate papers, but seriously, like, I think people just want more in life than generating some random stupid papers and really have something meaningful. And this now feels like something small, meaningful, something especially personal and meaningful for me. And I already know, like, I will listen to these, I will think, oh, how cringe is this? And I'm looking forward to this moment in maybe like, it's already 5 years, because and I think I'm really looking forward to this moment, because I'm so excited then to, because I think when you then listen to something like this, you really recognize who you have become on the way. yeah, so really looking forward to this. And also, I think now doing these walks before I go home or in the early mornings, I feel like it helps me to put my thoughts together. So when I'm at home, because I live like really less than 10 minutes far away from work, so if I get angry at work, I will be so angry at home, and this gives me a moment to relax or get my thoughts together, recognize what is important, what's not important, and then just when I'm home, and I just can proceed with my life without having to think I still wanna. Yeah, I won't say I still wanna kill someone, but which is maybe a bit too aggressive to say. Well, but being honest, like sometimes I feel like you have really the urge. Like you get so frustrated and you just wanna damage back. Seems to me a bit unsafe right now here. Like there are a lot of dudes just standing around, or a few, but a few too many. And rape happens in the city, it happens all around, but it's a bit maybe too judgmental if I immediately think about these things, but there is, I think, a reality and you need to be conscious about it. What I really don't like is when people pee on stairs. Like really, I know you have a dick, but you don't need to use every opportunity to just pee on public property. Go home and do your business there. Because it just smells bad and it's just, I think, rude, honestly, towards, yeah, just towards society at the end. It looks actually not that bad. It's not really the most inspirational view, but it is a view. I feel like I talked so much already at the working place that I'm a bit exhausted talking. So I'm just quietly trying to record things that I think look kind of pretty. Yes. I think there are plenty of things I wanted to talk about, but I have a really low number of words per day I speak, and I feel like I'm already over it. I don't know if you guys can relate this, but I don't have a high count of words per day that I can speak. So, and I feel like I had a meeting and some other discussions, and I really reached the limit. I'm already over it. Now I'm just forcing myself to talk.
Bei mir ist das auch immer so.